Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Excalibur Data Systems Extended Roundtable Tech Talk. I'm joined today by Tom Petley from HaloITSM. Tom, thank you for joining me today.
Hi, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Well, one of the things that has always excited us since we started working with the team at Halo is the transparency that Halo has with its customers and their customer first mentality, the customer experience being number one in your eyes. From day one, you guys have always had an available, which is unique in the industry. You may be the only ones. Maybe there's one other, but you actually publish your roadmap. Um,
Absolutely. Yeah.
Not only can we see what's happened, we can see what you're planning to do. It's on your website. It's not hidden. It's not some document where I have to sign an NDA or anything else. It's stuff that you publicly talk about, and you guys innovate and continue to grow the capabilities of the system. And it can be small things, it could be large things, at a breakneck pace. We've worked with you on multiple projects, and the customer, I know for a couple of them, the customer will, in passing, say, it'd be really neat if we could do this. And all of a sudden, the Halo team 2 weeks later is showing them how it's now going to do that because it seemed like a great idea um,
Absolutely.
and something that would be innovative. So, talk to us a little bit. What are some of the new things that you're excited about? And then secondarily, what are some of the new things we should be excited about seeing in the near future here?
Yeah. I think maybe be good to share my screen actually and just show you some of the things that we've basically delivered over the last few months. So everything I'm about to show you here is just stuff that's come into the latest version, which is we basically release a new version every quarter. If anyone's not familiar with our kind of cycle, so this is all stuff that's come in the last quarter. So one of the big ones that I'm sure everyone kind of knows the trend and everyone's kind of transitioning towards Microsoft Teams. Not everyone, but a lot of people are. So we've done a lot of work to integrate Halo with Teams. We've got a whole array of integrations of Teams because Teams isn't just one it's not really one software really. It's lots of kind of applications all in one place really, all tied together. So there's lots of kind of different areas where you have to kind of integrate and be really kind of add value to everyone's kind of service. So just to talk you through a few of the Teams integrations we've done. This one here is really, really simple. We've enabled the ability to embed the self-service portal inside Microsoft Teams. So in Microsoft Teams, you've got the buttons down the left-hand side, and one of them can be your self-service portal. There's nothing particularly clever about that, but it's basically bringing the self-service portal into an environment that people are using day to day. They don't have to go elsewhere. They don't have to open up a browser. It's just all inside the portal. So the really nice thing about that is that you don't have to reconfigure anything. You don't have to configure any kind of separate clever chatbots and things like that. You're just using stuff that's already there. You don't have to do anything clever. So it's just a really nice feature, really easy, and it's something that has already had great feedback from everyone that's kind of started using it, wanted to use it early.
Well, and just on this screen, it's one of the things I think I want to point out to our listeners out there is you'll see integrations. It's one of the things that I see. There's constantly new integrations that are being provided. And as if we've covered in another episode, the integrations are designed to be super simple. It's click, fill in the boxes. You don't have to know anything other than, well, what's the URL, what's the username and password, and you can set up an integration. So it doesn't require a lot of technical acumen to be able to build integrations with Halo.
Absolutely. This is just an example here, the Azure Sentinel integration, just something else that's another part of Microsoft Suite that's really popular with people is to kind of bring those alerts in from Sentinel. So just an example here, just as like you explained, it's all just kind of nice interfaces, authentication, and then just kind of set up your mappings and your exactly how you want it to work, and then it will just kind of work in the background for you. So there's lots of things like this that we've been doing. There's another couple of things I wanted to highlight as well is that we've kind of enhanced the onboarding process as well. So we've basically enhanced how this looks and how it behaves, where we allow kind of additional optional services now, which where you can configure fields that sit behind the optional services as well. So for example, if someone wants to add a let's say a mobile phone or a cell phone, sorry, to their onboarding or their new starter. You may want to put some fields into there to say what type of phone is it. Does it need to be kind of dust resistant and things like that? So you can kind of basically configure fields behind each one as well, which is just a really nice feature again. And then just going through, I've highlighted another couple here, which is kind of resource booking as well. It's something that we didn't have earlier in the year. So we released that this year. And that's all about kind of, it could be room booking, it could be kind of hardware booking, it could be like laptops and kind of loan equipment, things like that. We've also found that people are using it for desk booking as well. So when they come back to the office, booking desks out, making sure they've got available space when they're in the office. There's all sorts of utilization like that, and it's just really exciting to see how people are kind of use the functionality that we put in.
Well, and it's worth reminding the folks out there that Halo is an all-you-can-eat license. So if you're a customer of Halo, you have licenses. As something new like this is made available and your system is updated, it's worth mentioning too, nobody's forced to upgrade. You dictate when your upgrades occur. And when your system is upgraded and these new features and functions are available, you too can leverage them. There's not a, oh, well, by the way, this one's another $5 a month. It's all included.
No, we've always been down the all-included route because we want people to use the tool. We want people to get value from the development that we do. It's really silly if we build something and then kind of make people pay for it and no one uses it, and it's just not kind of how we work. We want everyone to use it, and it's a future-proof tool as well. So the idea is we just keep on top of all the industry trends and keep making sure we keep enhancing the product, and it's a product that it's future-proof. It's something that you can grow with.
Absolutely. What are some of the things we can expect to see
that
are coming?
We'll talk about the roadmap next, I think. So there's a few points on here I was just going to highlight. So you'll see there's more integrations here, kind of DocuSign, Workday, kind of Monday.com, those kind of ones. So that's kind of some of the things we want to do. But the ones I want to highlight are down the bottom here. These are kind of the larger pieces that we're working on at the moment. So the first one here is the dependency diagrams. So we do have diagrams already, but we're making them more interactive and kind of enhancing exactly kind of how those diagrams work and kind of make them more visual. So when you are doing your change processes and things like that, you can see exactly what's going to be impacted by any kind of changes to any of those CIs. So that's something that we are doing. And then the other big one, this is a really big one for us, which is a new orchestration engine we're looking at kind of putting in as well, which is we're going to start work on in January. So we do orchestration already, but it's can be a little bit technical because you are kind of working with scripts and Microsoft Orchestrator and that kind of stuff outside of the tool. But we're going to bring it into the tool with a nice kind of graphical workflow builder and allow you to. We're going to start with Azure, so we're going to start with kind of integrating with Azure AD and all that kind of stuff, being able to create new users, adding people to kind of mailboxes and distribution groups and all that kind of stuff, all just with a graphical builder. So it's kind of the next kind of stage for us in our kind of journey is to bring all that into the graphical builder in Halo, which is really exciting.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And as always, it'll be a customer first experience where it's easy for the customers to set those things up.
It's one of those. It's we're just trying to, every time you get that request in, if we can just have that kind of automate, even just a piece of it, that saves time every single time. And the idea of all these things is you build it once and then it just works. It kind of runs in the background and it just kind of continually works for you. So
that's fantastic. And to point out, you didn't go anywhere special here to show us these things. This is right on the Halo website.
/roadmap.
So Tom, thank you for sharing with us some of the innovations happening at Halo, things that we can expect to see here in the first quarter of 2022. And folks out there, Tom and I'll try to do maybe a quarterly update as to what's going on with things at Halo. But this is one of the things that has excited us, and I know excites customers when they begin to work with the Halo platform. Is it is you guys don't rest on your laurels. There's a constant march towards innovation and making sure that they're getting the most out of the
Mm,
platform that they've chosen to invest in.
absolutely.
Well, Tom, thank you for joining me today. It's always a pleasure to get together and talk all of the exciting things Halo ITSM. I want to remind folks out there, please reach out to the team at Excalibur. We're happy to get you set up with a demo of Halo, pull the team, Tom and his team at Halo in to make sure we get all of your questions answered and get you headed towards being able to leverage the power of Halo. Thanks, everyone.